Maybe your dog does not see you as the pack leader, and that's why he is lunging, barking, growling whenever you meet another dog, person, whatever, or he's afraid of so many different things and not trusting you to lead him with confidence and to keep him safe. Are you worried about this too? Because there is a very simple way to find out if your dog sees you as a pack leader or not. So let's jump right in. Let me ask you a question, and this question will determine if you're a pack leader or not. Are you living with a dog? If the answer is yes, then you're not a pack leader. Your dog will never see you as a pack leader. It's not gonna happen. Very sorry. Let me explain. Dogs will never build a pack with a human, even if we are very loose with the term pack. Now, originally a pack is a wolf pack, a family, the mom, the dad, the kid. So 2 or 3 generations, one family. Right? Dogs do not live like this. Wild dogs live in very loose groups. So sometimes a few dogs stay together, sometimes 2 dogs stay together, sometimes dogs live solo, sometimes there is a core group and a few others come and go as they please. It's very different from a wolf pack. And even if we use the term pack very loosely and also describe groups as a pack, it's only one species. So it's not a dog and a cat and a chicken and a human and whatever. It's only dogs, only wolves, only whatever. So a dog and a human will never build a pack. Not possible. There is also in groups of dogs no hierarchy. Dogs do not build hierarchies. What happens is every dog guards whatever is important to that specific dog. So one dog might guard food, another dog might guard a partner, another dog might guard a friend, the next dog might guard water. So every dog has specific things that are most important to that dog, and that dog will guard those most important things. That's not a hierarchy, that's just research guarding. Now, this can shift, right? Dogs are very clever. So yes, some dogs might risk their life for the very important thing, but most of the time they will check if it's worth it. So if they come across a rival that is a lot stronger and they would risk their health or their life even guarding the thing, the likelihood that they will abandon the thing and find another thing is very high. Now, can we be leaders for our dogs? Yes, we can. Of course we can. We live with our dogs in a very human-centric society, right? So our dogs have to adapt to our lifestyles. They have to adapt to our rules, to our boundaries, and they are restricted a lot. While when they are living in a free environment, like on the streets, they can do whatever they want. When they are living with us, they can do almost nothing they want. So we decide when they are allowed to use the toilet, who and when they are allowed to meet friends, and who they are allowed to meet, how long their walks are gonna be, or what are we doing on those walks. So are we including any kind of hobby or need our dogs have, or are we just walking and our dogs have to watch out for however they are gonna keeping up with us? They are dependent on us when it comes to food and water. So if we're not feeding them, they will die. Most of the time our dogs have no access to food without our help, and the list goes on. So they're completely dependent on us, and we decide in which situations we are putting them. So when we are walking down the street with our dog and we have a leash on for security reasons, right? And there is another dog coming toward us. It's our decision what we are doing. So we can either decide to keep on walking, we can decide to turn back, We can decide to take a left or a right or whatever. We can decide to step aside and let them pass. We can decide what we cue our dogs to do, or if we let them handle the situation at their own free will. So if we know this is gonna be fine, we might not interfere at all and let the dog just walk ahead and be fine with it. The moment we wait for our dogs to go crazy is the moment we screwed up. So if your dog's reactive, it's your responsibility to tailor the situations to what your dog can actually handle, and to teach your dog strategies, and those strategies are very dependent on your dog's personality, on your history together, on your relationship, and so on. What the strategies do have to do is they have to give your dog the sense of safety, and that's what a good leader does, right? So you have to take your dog's feelings into consideration, and lunging, barking, growling means nothing else than keep your distance from me. So your dog's yelling at the other dog because your dog's feeling uncomfortable. Now, if you want to be a trustworthy leader for your dog, you need to be there for your dog. So that means no corrections. That means planning beforehand, so walking in areas and having encounters your dog can actually handle, and training for situations you will encounter at some point. And it's the same thing for fear. So if you know your dog's scared and you know you have an issue with the vacuum, it's your responsibility as your dog's leader to not overwhelm your dog. Right? So that can mean that you have to switch to a broom for a while until you get your dog ready to be fine with a vacuum. Or if your dog is scared of thunder, then it might mean that you need to train specifically for thunder. And if your dog's scared of people or dogs or whatever, you have a combination of both. So you might have reactivity and fear. And yes, most of the time, reactivity stems from fear. So if you want to see a specific strategy as an example that only takes you 10 minutes a day to train, watch this video.